welcome back to my channel. And for everybody who doesn't know me, my name is Vanessa. I'm 24 years old and I actually do makeup on YouTube and Instagram as a hobby. But today we're going to talk about Love is Blind, the Netflix original series that I have talked about before on my channel. I'll link it up here. Watch it before you watch this video because otherwise anything that I say right now wouldn't make any sense. So just do that and watch me do my hair a little bit. I did have braids before. I just took them out, washed my hair and used some product, and now I'm letting this curly mess air dry, and then let's just talk about it. And yeah, if you like, if you want to see that, just keep on watching, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye. Which was today. Like, I just watched it maybe 2 hours ago and I took some notes. I have my laptop right here, and I'm also gonna do my hair at the same time, like a little bit products and whatever, because I had braids in and I just took them out yesterday and I washed my hair and it was horrible. I hate washing my hair and conditioning after the braids are out because I lose and shed so much hair and it just hurts, like, combing the hair and everything. So I'm glad everything's out now, and I'm pretty much going to use 3 products: the Cantu Moisturizing Curl Activator Cream, and then I'm going to use my Sheer Moisture Daily Hydration Conditioner and my Olive Oil Fortifying Cream Hairdress infused with castor oil for strengthening. I cannot pronounce that word. Please don't make fun of me. So yeah, I also have my Damian brush right here. I just bought this at TK Maxx. I don't know how, I think y'all call it different in the States. Here in Germany it's TK Maxx and it was only 6 euros. Usually they're up to 20 euros when you buy them on Amazon, so I was pretty happy about it. Especially by the rose, because by the rose the price kind of goes up. Yeah, let's talk about Love is Blind, and we are going to start with the first couple that actually has gotten already married. Everybody had the impression that they are gonna get married, as in Damian and I think her name is Giannina, and I think she is, I don't know where she exactly from, but she's talking, I think, Spanish or something. So she's coming from, I don't know, I forgot. And they have issues the whole time when they are in the show. They fight, like this is like pretty much the couple that fights the most. Like, they fight all the time over the most unnecessarily, and I don't know, they fight about stuff that they shouldn't actually like fight about, or it's just like, she's very free-spirited in my opinion, and how, as told by Kenya said in her video, she kind of like, do whatever she wants to do, and Damian kind of has to be fine with that. Like, she's very stuck in her habits, and by the way, this conditioner smells amazing. So just in mind of that, it's just funny to me how the show shows like all their ups and downs, or like pretty much their like downs at this point, and it's just like, damn, like they just been fighting a lot, and then you would expect them to actually not get married. But then she says like, of course I do. Like, she's like, so she's giving him like the whole like, yeah, I'm definitely going to marry you, and I literally just said yes to you. And then you just can see in his face how he's getting all emotional, how he's crying. And then when he's being asked if, he wants to marry her, he's just like, I do not. And she's just like, okay. And he's trying to explain and trying to like, putting it on her that like she's the one who's not ready for it, that he would love to spend like the rest of his life with her, but she's pretty much the one who is not ready for it, and he's seen throughout like the whole time that she's just not ready for it, and therefore he has to say no, because he would be selfish if he would, go through with it. And when you hear like everything ending, you just think, did he like try to manipulate the whole process of just getting married and stuff, and thought if he explains himself to her that then she's just gonna say, oh yeah, I understand, and we are still gonna be together. But like, as impulsive as she is, she's just like, I'm done with you, and this and that and the third, and you kind of don't really know if they're done or not. It seems like he would like love to have like a happy ending at some point, maybe not at the exact time as when, you know, he kind of said no to her. Like, he said some shit like, we may need time apart, but at some point maybe we will come back together, which in reality probably is not going to happen. You dump her in front of the altar, like like this shit is so like it's just embarrassing, yo. Like I would just I would not know what I would do in a situation like that. Like, that's just the craziest thing ever. But yeah, that was the couple I didn't talk about in my last episode, but I'm going to talk about all couples in this episode. So, the next couple that's being shown is Barnett and Amber. And the whole scene starts with Amber telling the camera team that Barnett is getting cold feet and that he's just not sure. And then he's like talking about how he felt in the morning, that he, you know, woke up and he had like a weak stomach and stuff, and then he took a shower and he was crying in the shower or some stuff because his whole life would like he would see like snippets of his life going before his eyes or some stuff like that. I don't know what he said word for word, but just he was like mellow, like he was really dramatic in my opinion. Like he was just dramatic. So he's very unsure and stuff, and then the show emphasizes how she's talking about her financial situation and all that stuff, and they kind of like trying to make it seem, I guess, that he's just gonna dump her because of the fact that she's financially not stable and that she doesn't have her own apartment, and that he's pretty much going to be like the provider for her because, like she said, she wants to be a stay-at-home mom. So there's that, right? Oh my god. So, you know, they emphasize everything, and then they're also like kind of show the scene where the brother is talking to him, like in a you know, just them face to face talking, and he's just like, are you sure? And it kind of looks like he's being like, you know, driven by these conversations to say like he's not gonna marry her because, like Amber said in the beginning, he's getting cold feet and she doesn't know for sure. So then they're getting ready, and Amber acts like how Amber just is acting, and it's just annoying, and she's just, I don't know, like something is just off about her. Something is just hella off about this woman. So her makeup looks the best out of like the whole times I've seen her makeup on TV. Like her bridal makeup is on point. It looks beautiful. Of course she didn't do it, but if her makeup would look like this on a regular basis, I would understand a $700 makeup credit card debt or whatever, because yeah, her makeup was nice. Like she looked actually pretty. And I'm not trying to, you know, be mean or whatever. So while everything goes down and everything is just, you know, happening, it's just like my heart, like I'm like nervous. Like I'm nervous. I'm like, is he really gonna, you know, say yes to this woman? Like, is he really gonna marry her knowing she has like all these issues, and she pretty much just at some point, I guess, wants to be saved and doesn't want to support herself? And not saying that that's her ethic or whatever, or that's her goal, but it's just, you know, it's just kind of coming off like that. So he is nervous as hell. Barnett is like nervous. Like you can see he's like nervous. He's like moving around a lot, and he's just very nervous, and you can see like he's like, oh my god, I'm about to make either the biggest mistake of my life right now, or I'm making like the biggest like the best decision. Like it's like he's just like everything kind of depends on, yeah, I don't know, it was just a lot. So now I'm gonna use this here, the olive oil. Before Amber walks up the aisle, you see a scene where she's talking like to her mom, and her mom kind of said like some stuff like hope, like because Amber says something like hopefully he says yes or something like that. So then the mom says like, yeah, like he shouldn't even let you feel like that, and you know, and you just kind of see how the mom is just like, yeah, you shouldn't even have to fight for him like that, and like you should be sure, like walking down the aisle, you kind of should be sure that the person you were walking up the aisle to is gonna marry you, which is kind of true. But in reality, not being on TV, how many people left like the other person in front of the aisle? Like it's not like something that never happened. It's just probably not being talked about so much, I guess, on TV just in general, in movies and stuff like that, you just see that stuff more happening than you see it like in real life, because like I mean you would have to know like a whole lot of people to, you know something like that is happening. Then they both kind of give like a speech to each other, and it's kind of like they say how they feel about each other and stuff like that, and she's just being too plain. Like it's like almost like she can't articulate herself. It's almost like it's like she's like so plain, and she's just so, I don't even know how to put it. Like it almost seems like, yeah, like she's just not good with words, and she can't be like she couldn't give him something deeper than, oh, you're my best friend, and you make me so happy, and that's all I got. I don't know exactly what she said. If I find the exact like word she said, I will just put them up there or whatever, and you can like read it. But like right now, I don't know what exactly she said, but I just know from looking at my notes, back then I didn't like her speech. So she's of course saying yes. And then you see them looking at each other, and he's being asked like, are you gonna marry her? And she's just like, and at this point I'm thinking like, are you high or some shit? Like honestly, like, because she's just like smiling at him and looking at him like almost like, if you're not gonna like I swear to God, something makes me uncomfortable about her. Like when I look at her and when she's acting this weird way, like if somebody would look at me like that, I would just be like, yo, like you're a lunatic, like you're just crazy. Like something is just, I don't know, she just rubbed me the wrong way from the beginning, like I said. So she's just looking at him like gushing and all that stuff, and then he's like smiling at her, he's saying yes, and they got married, which I didn't expect. I thought he would leave her and realize like, yeah, this is not for me. Like in life we're just not like at the same page. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the fact when men choose, or when in general like people choose each other even though they are not at the same page in life, or like at the same level, as in one is financially, you know, more stable than the other one. I don't have a problem with that, but I only don't have a problem with that if the one person that is like less, let me say, successful with certain things works on themselves to actually level with their partner, but it shouldn't like be a competition, if you know what I mean. So there's that. So then we come to Kelly and Kenny. His name is Kenny. So her name is Kelly, his name is Kenny. Kenny is, in my opinion, the most amazing man I've ever seen in my life, as in on the TV show. I don't mean like in my life as in I want you or some shit, but this man has shown so much like maturity and so much like how you say that when somebody is very confident, but like I'm not even gonna try it because I know I'm gonna get it wrong. People might come for me. So he is just okay. So background from them is they bonded, everything is fine with them, and the only issue is that Kelly seems to not be very attracted physically to him. Like everything mentally and stuff is fine, but she's just not attracted to him physically. Therefore, she didn't even want to go and have sex with him and stuff because she just didn't want to ruin everything. But I just feel like if you don't even try, like how do you even know if it's like not going to be good, right? So like just give it a try. If that's all I can say. So yeah, I just didn't like that. But I mean, that's everybody's decision. Like you can't bash somebody for their decisions. Okay, so you see all that. He is like such a... Now, let me put it like, she is just not for him, because honestly, he deserves way better. Because like she's just stupid to let that man go. But like, I mean, we are not in her shoes. We don't know how everything is in closed doors and whatever. Like, but she said it's perfect, right? So what's going on? Like, what's your problem? She's saying no. He's of course saying yes. He's like committed and whatever. She's saying no. So I'm saying like, Kelly, you're stupid, because she walks off and everybody is shocked that she said no. and even her mom is shocked and everybody. And then he like stands in front of the altar. He says like he's giving everybody a speech about how this is like kind of, you know, overwhelming and stuff. And he's very like almost like, I would say, professional with it. Like it's like the way how he spoke and stuff. And he's like, I love all of y'all and thank you for being here and stuff. And he just walks out. And then her mom says, her own mom says, this man is so good, or this man is so amazing, or he's amazing, or something. Like she's just like amazed by the fact how he's handling the situation, right? And I was like just staring when I seen it, because I was like, damn, like it just gave you like a whole different like feeling, the way how he handled the whole situation. Like it was just amazing. Like it was so good. Like I was amazed by how he handled the whole situation. Just watch it, then I guess you will understand what I mean, because I might just don't have the words in English for it, but like it was just amazing how he handled it. So I just can't believe that she left him and that she didn't want to marry him, because he is amazing. He's truly amazing. And I'm pretty much done with my hair. Just gonna like let it, air dry. Yeah, and I don't know, and I just feel like so bad for him, because he's just like he seems to be like such a genuine and good person. So I'm just like, damn, like you really did him like that. Like I felt so bad for him. And then afterwards, like the camera team is like asking him questions, and he's just like, don't talk to me. And I like, it's so upsetting, and I can't like talk about it right now and stuff. And because because the cameraman was like, do you still want to like marry her later on? And he's like, you can't, it doesn't even matter. Like she just said no, and this is not even like a question you should be asking me right now. Yeah, let's just not be upset about this no more. Then we have Cameron and Lauren. Friends, people, everybody who's watching this, tell me why Cameron walks into the damn room, like even before they get married and stuff, and he has on like this purple t-shirt, and he has like sweat, like he's wet, like you think he's dripping down body liquids, like oh my god, like when I seen this, I was bursting out laughing, because I was like, oh my god, like. And then his friend sits with him in the room, and they have a conversation, and he's not even telling him like, yo, put on a jacket or put on a different shirt, like you sweating. Like everybody's like, the friend is not saying shit, like you are being a bad friend here, I'm sorry, like you didn't do him good. Like, and then, you know, they tell about the story and stuff. The show shows like how their love story was and whatever, and then it goes up to Lauren, and Lauren's kind of saying like she's not gonna make a decision until she's gonna stand in front of the altar, until the words actually come out of her mouth. So it's like a whatever I feel like saying in that moment, I will say it, and y'all just all not gonna know. All right, cool. So you can see Lauren is a daddy's girl, because her dad walks in and she's like, oh my god, daddy. And her dad is like, oh my god, you look so beautiful and stuff. And this is like she did look very beautiful. Like I would say out of all brides, she was actually the prettiest. So there's that. And then she walks down the aisle, and Cameron is crying while she walks down the aisle, because he's so touched about how beautiful she looks. And then he's even telling her like, you look so beautiful, and she's like, thank you, and all that stuff. And I don't know, like I felt like I was so nervous. I was nervous because I thought like, oh my gosh, she's actually gonna leave him. Like I didn't think she was gonna say yes, but she did say yes. But I felt like how she said like certain things, and then she kind of stood there and was like, oh well, but I really, really mean it. Like the way how she just said it, like she tried to joke around, and I feel like in situations like that, you kind of like in getting married and stuff, you don't joke around. And I guess like when you're nervous, you tend to do that. But honestly, like I feel like just put a little bit more seriousness like to it, and you know. And then she even cursed, and she said, oh my god, sorry, and stuff like that. And she didn't mean to curse and stuff, but you know, she did. I mean, it's whatever. People might not have an issue with that. I actually don't, but I'm just saying, like I felt like she wasn't really serious. So that kind of I didn't like, but overall their situation was fine. I was actually shocked that she committed herself to him and that she actually said yes. I thought she was gonna say no. I guess we have Jessica and Mark left. So wasn't that already set in stone that they are not gonna have a happy ending? Like that was already obvious to me, and I guess everybody else. Jessica didn't. Felt like Jessica, either her family was there, but they didn't want to be seen in the show. Like they didn't want to be shown. So she walked down the aisle alone. She got ready. She looked decent. She had her hair nice and stuff like that. She looked decent. But Jessica had put like a statement out, and she said like Mark has changed her for the better, and that's the reason why you marry somebody. But she ends up not marrying him. So I'm criticizing that right here. I'm also criticizing that statement in general, because I believe you don't marry somebody because they make you better. If this statement is supposed to be like true, I feel like she should have said something like, I want to be better or a better person for him. Not he makes me better, but like he brings out stuff in me so that I can be better, or that I'm just being better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm being selfless. I think about him first before I think about me. Stuff like that. So certain things like that, I was just like, put that whole statement and just dump it in the trash, because like you didn't even need to say that. Like, that's nothing you should say on TV, because it's not even like relatable. Like, you don't marry somebody because you think they make you better. Like, no, you should make you, like, no, like I just didn't like it. So Mark sees her walking down the aisle, and he says like, oh, because he thinks she's so amazing, she's so pretty, she's so this, she's so that, and he just adores her. He adores her. And he even says like before, like hopefully she says yes and stuff, and his mom is even saying that hopefully she changed her mind because she doesn't want him to get his heart broken. Well, all the prayers and everything still didn't work out. He still got his heart broken. It already starts with that she walks down the aisle and then she kisses him, even though before you get married, you shouldn't even, kiss your soon-to-be spouse. Like, that's just something you don't really do. So that was already something that happened. And then on top of that, she's being asked, and you see how she's hesitating, right? You see her like, or the show makes it out like she's not really, like, they stretch it out before she gets like the answer out. Everybody already knew she's not gonna do it, so she wasn't gonna marry him. Like, I knew it. It was obvious from the get-go. And honestly, I feel like if she stood in front of the altar with Barnett, she would have said yes. I feel like she would have committed herself to him. She just didn't want to commit herself to Mark. So she's actually toying around and playing around with him the way how she thought Barnett was doing her. So she's kind of doing like exactly the same with Mark, in my opinion. So yeah, to me, she's, yeah, whatever. Like, we already didn't like her in the first time I talked about her, so now we really, really don't like her for these things, because that's just my opinion about her. So she's hesitating, and he's like, I love you. He says it like, oh my gosh, like, please don't break my heart in front of all these people. Please don't break my heart in front of all these people. Like, he's just saying like, I love you. So she's just maybe saying, okay, well, I'm just gonna say yes. But yeah, she was like, I cannot. And he was just looking at her like all shocked, and his eyes were like so wide open. I was just like covering my face with my hands, because I was like, oh my god. I guess I even did because I was like, damn it, like, she didn't say yes. And it would have been, of course, the nicest thing to see that she would actually say yes, but she didn't. So yeah, I had no words there. Like, I just didn't have to, I just didn't have anything to say to that. And then her friend says to her other friend, oh my gosh, like, this is so embarrassing to her. And I'm just like, to her? Like, what? Where is it embarrassing to her? Like, yes, it's embarrassing because you have to walk out the room by yourself and you just didn't commit yourself to the person you say you love and stuff. But how embarrassing is it to him? He's 24 years old, she's 34 years old, and she does all this stuff and then she doesn't commit herself to him. Like, what? And that's why that's why she's alone, because she can't commit herself to somebody else. And then at the end she says something like, she says like this, I guess I'm gonna apologize to everybody I have to apologize to, but I'm not gonna apologize to myself, because actually I'm not sorry. And I was just like I was just like, what kind of dumbass statement is that? Like, how can you say something like that? Like, you're not sorry at all. Because saying like, I guess I have to say sorry to the people I have to say sorry to, or I guess I say sorry to the people I have to say sorry to, it's just like, well, I'm guessing all the people that engaged into the whole process and actually sat there and took time to come here and witness me dumping that person in front of the altar. And I guess, yes, it's the show and stuff, so you kind of have to do certain things. I get it, but at the same time, it's just like, man, like, it was just stupid. And he was so heartbroken. Like, he was talking to his mom and he was kind of like trying to keep like the distance. It was like, Mom, I'm gonna be okay, I'm gonna be okay, I'm gonna be okay. And then she was just like, oh my boy, and she hugged him, and then he was just crying, and it was so heartbreaking. Like, I felt so sorry for him, because I feel like when you date somebody who's older than you, like way older than you, then I feel like it's always more hurtful for some reason. Okay, I was surprised that Lauren got married to Cameron, and I was actually surprised to see that Damian said no to Giannina or Gianna or whatever her name is, because in the episode before he says yes and they're like happy. But I guess that didn't happen, so... And I didn't like how he said it was her fault, so I didn't like that. But I guess Amber and Barnett, I feel like they are not gonna be happy. Is my opinion, but I mean, you never know. They might be happy forever. Yeah, and I guess the most upset I am about Kelly, because she didn't say yes, like she didn't even give it a try. And the way how he, you know, Kenny handled the whole thing, I just really like that, so I just... But let me know what you think, comment down below, subscribe my channel, look at all my other videos, look especially on the video I did previously about Love is Blind before, yeah, you kind of watch this. Just do that, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!